I still remember the way she looked at me that morning. Calm, unshaken, almost relieved. The divorce papers lay between us on the kitchen table. Her signature already drying in blue ink. Mine was the only one missing. "Just sign it, Daniel," she said softly, like it was mercy she was offering. "It's better this way." Better for whom? For her it meant freedom. For me, it meant the end of the woman I thought I'd grow old with. I stared at her, her expression unreadable, her eyes colder than I'd ever seen them. 6 years of marriage, 3 apartments, countless shared dreams. All ending with a calm request and a flick of her pen. "What happened to forever, Emily?" I asked, my voice cracking despite my effort to sound steady. She sighed, pushing her hair behind her ear. "People change, Daniel. You're not the same man I married." She said it like I was a piece of furniture that had lost its polish. I signed the papers. And just like that she was gone. The weeks that followed were hollow. I kept expecting her to walk through the door, apologizing, saying she made a mistake. But she didn't. Instead, I'd hear from mutual friends, little whispers about her moving on, about a new guy. It took 2 months to learn his name. Ethan, her co-worker from the marketing firm she'd joined last year. The same man she'd assured me was just a friend. I'd always trusted her. Foolishly. When the truth sank in, it wasn't anger that consumed me. It was humiliation. The woman I'd loved more than life itself had quietly replaced me, planned her exit, and executed it without a shred of guilt. I spent nights replaying every argument, every moment I'd overlooked, the late nights at the office, the distant hugs, the distracted smiles. The pieces fit too well. By the time I finally stopped checking her social media, she was already living with him. Life went on, though not easily. I focused on work, managing a modest construction business I'd inherited from my father. It wasn't glamorous, but it was honest, and I poured every ounce of pain into it. Still, something in me had cracked. I didn't laugh much anymore. I didn't trust anyone. Until one morning everything changed with a single phone call. "Mr. Walker." The lawyer's voice was polite but formal. "I'm calling regarding your late uncle, Charles Bennett." My uncle, a man I hadn't spoken to in years, my mother's estranged brother, had passed away. "I'm sorry to hear that," I said, unsure what else to say. "Yes, sir. There's one more thing. You've been named the sole beneficiary of his estate." Froze. "His estate?" "Yes, sir. That includes several properties, company shares, and liquid assets. Roughly valued at $13.4 million. Thought it was a joke. 13 million. Me. But 2 weeks later I was sitting in a law office, staring at the documents that confirmed it. My uncle, who'd built a real estate empire quietly and alone, had left it all to me, the nephew who'd once sent him a Christmas card when no one else did. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Overnight my life changed. New house. New car. I even took time off to travel for the first time in years. For the first time since Emily left, I felt free. But fate, it seems, loves irony. It was a rainy Friday evening when my phone buzzed. A number I hadn't seen in nearly a year. "Emily." My heart stuttered. I stared at the screen, torn between deleting it and answering. Curiosity won. "Daniel," she said softly when I picked up. Her voice was tentative, careful, a tone I'd never heard from her before. "Emily," I replied flatly. "Didn't expect to hear from you." "I know. I've been thinking about you." I almost laughed. Thinking about me. Or about the money. Silence. Then a shaky exhale. "You heard." "Everyone's heard," I said. "Small town, remember?" She hesitated, then said, "Can we meet? Please." Every rational part of me screamed no. But some foolish, nostalgic fragment, the one that still remembered her laughter, her scent, her warmth, whispered maybe. Against my better judgment, I agreed. We met at the same cafe where we'd had our first date. She looked different. Her once polished confidence was replaced by something uncertain, almost desperate. "Daniel," she said, her eyes searching mine. "You look good." "Money tends to do that," I said, unable to help the bitterness in my tone. She flinched but pressed on. I made mistakes. I see that now. I shouldn't have left. I leaned back, crossing my arms. You didn't just leave, Emily. You erased me. You moved in with another man before our divorce was even finalized. Her eyes shimmered with tears. It wasn't like that. I thought he was what I needed. But it was all wrong. He's gone now. Left me when things got hard. So what now? Asked. You want to come back? Start over? She nodded slightly. We had something real once. We could have it again. Her voice trembled, but I could see it, the calculation behind her tears. She wasn't here for me. She was here because I was worth something again. Still, part of me wanted to believe her. God help me, I did. I don't know, Emily, I said, my voice breaking. You didn't even cry when you walked away. She reached across the table, her fingers brushing mine. Because I thought I was doing the right thing. But I was wrong. You were the only one who ever really loved me. Her hand was warm, familiar. For a brief, dangerous second, I almost forgot the pain she caused. But then I remembered the nights I'd cried alone. The silence. The betrayal. I pulled my hand back. Emily, I said quietly, I loved you with everything I had. And when I lost you, I thought I'd never recover. But now I see, I didn't lose you. I lost the illusion of who I thought you were. Her lips parted, but no words came out. I don't hate you, I added. But I can't let you back in. Not after what you did. Tears streamed down her cheeks. Please, Daniel. Don't do this. You already did, I said, standing. A year ago. When you chose him over me. I walked away without looking back. Months passed. Emily tried contacting me again. Texts, emails, even showing up at my office once. But I never responded. I heard through a mutual friend that she'd fallen on hard times. Ethan had drained her savings and disappeared. She was living in a small apartment now, working a low-paying job. Part of me pitied her. Another part felt justice had been served. I didn't gloat, though. I simply moved on. Bought a small lake house. Started volunteering. Slowly I rebuilt not just my life but myself. And one quiet evening, as the sun set over the water, I realized something profound. The inheritance hadn't saved me. The loss had. Losing Emily had forced me to see my own worth. Not in money, not in love, but in the peace that comes from surviving heartbreak and finding yourself on the other side. Still, sometimes when the night grows quiet and the wind rustles through the trees, I think of her, the woman who once promised forever, and the man I was when I believed her. But I don't miss her anymore. I just remember. And that finally is enough.